Kicks 105.5, and good day. It's time for, what do we do?
Hey, this is you. You're the DJ. You figure it out.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Turn the page to Barrett.
Good policies with Mike. I know what we're doing. So you came down the back way here. You must have good tires on your vehicle.
I do have my winter tires on and my four-wheel drive in place.
Have you had to get out and talk to people who have had incidents?
Not yet.
Okay.
No incidents that I've had to deal with. I think we did have a few calls yesterday, but I didn't take those calls. So
I mean, this may sound morbid in some sense, but is it
Sean Morbid? Shock.
Is it good for business if people crash their cars?
How is that good for business?
I don't know how insurance, and I'm not saying you are a representative of these companies.
Correct.
And I mean, companies would prefer to just collect money from you and never have to pay out a claim, I'm sure.
Well, that's the pipe dream, yes. Yes.
But that didn't work like that.
No. So companies, I mean, obviously, claims, and I guess I will back it up. Claims handling.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Back it up. Come on.
The handling of a claim can really be a good thing because if, I've said it a million times on this, the rubber meets the road when the claim is in place. So when you buy a policy, you don't know how good that policy is until you have a claim. And so when a company puts their best foot forward in the claims process, that can be good for the company because then word gets around, wow, these guys were amazing to deal with. They were prompt. They were courteous. They met all my expectations. That's a good thing. So
I wasn't here because I was ill last time you were here.
Yeah, and, I seem to remember that.
You got to hang out with Turtle and Mike again.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that there was a little bit of a conversation about pets. I didn't get the full gist because, who understands what they're saying? I don't understand. They don't speak English as far as. But
apparently I was able to interpret.
And move forward. As far as touching on pets, well, that just didn't sound right. As far as talking about pets.
Makes me think of a line from a movie. It's okay to love your pet, but
just
it's not okay to love your pet.
Yeah. Remember, puppy is beastie. Puppy okay.
Don't take it beyond the line. We were just skirting there.
Well, it was in the
we were
snow.
Kind of kicking snow over the line. And you just threw Frosty over it. Goodness gracious.
Oh, man. So have you had anything interesting that has come up?
Did you want to talk about pets since we put so much emphasis on the incorrect stuff this morning?
Now, all of a sudden, I seem like some kind of odd pervert.
No. So you bring up a good point.
Now you do. No, Sean. You've been that all the time.
We've talked about pets numerous times. And believe it or not, there are some companies out there that do not have a dog. It's called a dog list. But some companies call it a pet list because some companies don't want ferrets and things of that nature.
But also, it's unfair. That list, I know pit bulls and things of such are on that.
And Rottweilers.
And it's not because they are violent dogs. Be clear on that. It's because these dogs are large, and large dogs tend to be destructive with not trying to be, wanting to open doors or get into cabinets. They will claw and mark up, floors, walls.
It's interesting. You took the wrong turn there. That's completely amazing.
Really?
That's nothing to do with it. It's because of the statistical data gathered of bite histories and things of that nature.
Really?
Yeah.
I was trying to be kind.
I'm a dog lover. I got my dog in the car,
It's the person that trains the dog.
It's the statistical data, but the bad news is a lot of companies have the dog list that includes the Rottweilers. Some companies have German Shepherds, not all. Some companies do have what you were speaking of going on the size of the dog. So if you look at the Great Danes and those big, tall dogs, they have a higher probability of knocking somebody over. They could be on the list too, but a lot of it has to do with bite histories. And what it is the companies just don't want to be. They're sitting there. Remember, you talked about the companies like claims. No, they don't, because they're sitting there, and here's the analogy I'll give you. They basically have a checkbook open, and if your dog bites somebody, they're filling out a check. And dog mauling can be incredibly damaging for the person who receives it and very costly for the insurance company.
Let me ask you this. Is there, and I know this seems like really odd, is it possible that you could just completely, as an insurance company, take any dog biting out of the equation, meaning we're not responsible for any dog biting that may occur, and or dog damage if you choose to go this way, and not have that on your. You could just opt out of that, or
there are some companies
for you on one side.
Because then you're self-insuring. So if your dog injures somebody, you have to cover the injury.
Right.
But you have option A. Are companies that don't cover it whatsoever. nuh-uh, ain't happening. Number 2, we'll exclude it. The third one is, yes, we don't have a dog list and we will take it. And there are some big carriers that do not have a dog list. So what I recommend to people, as I've learned more and more, especially recently, I actually learned this, there are more companies out there that do not have a dog list, which is a good thing.
Go with them.
So when you have a dog that you find might be uninsurable for some reason or another, then look around and call as many companies as you can until you find the handful out there that don't have a dog list.
So go with a teacup, Yorkie, or a fish. That's what Mike Barrett is telling you today.
No, it's insurable. That's the beauty of it. I don't want to name companies because I don't feel it's appropriate, but there are some big companies out there that do not have a dog list. And I just learned of one of them recently that's a very big company and definitely worth checking into if you're trying to get insurance for a dog that's on the list.
If you would like to know that mystery answer, go to Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury. You can reach him on the telephone by calling
748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com, or on Google+, YouTube, and Facebook as Barrett Insurance Agency. And real quick, I've been forgetting this. We've been collecting toys at the office for the Santa Fund. Yes, and it's been a great learning experience for our son Ethan, who comes to the office a couple of days a week for like an hour or two after school. And, he goes and looks under the tree and sees all these toys, including Hot Wheels, which is like, oh my gosh, Hot Wheels is his thing.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, that's like his kryptonite.
I'll be honest, I'm almost 50, and I'm still a Hot Wheels fan.
I'm just glad he's into Hot Wheels because I get to play with them again.
Well, but I'm not a fan of the orange track because when I was a child, the orange track was used as a beating device from my mother on my backside. So
I'm going to bring some in next week.
I will shiver in fear.
But we are collecting for the Santa Fund. We will be, the fire department, I believe, is going to come Thursday around noontime to pick up all the toys so that they'll be able to put them in their kitty of sorts and then properly distribute these amazing items that so many generous people have dropped off at our office. And if you are interested in doing that, we certainly encourage you to do so.
And also, by the way, Barrett Insurance Agency, Mike himself, did donate money to the Dunkin' Donuts food drive that we do yearly for supplying food to the food shelves here. So thank you for that also.
You're welcome. And you did give it to them and not to your...
You got fingers and everything. Yes, I did. Well, maybe I had a mocha at Dunkin' Donuts. One jelly donut. It's not going to kill you. Mike Barrett, Barrett Insurance Agency. We always talk on Wednesdays about 10 minutes till 8 o'clock and then talk way too much and we go over time, and now I have to figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Which is not any different from before I got here.